Zechariah, and wondering why he stayed so long in the temple. When he came out, he could not speak to them, and they realized he had seen a vision in the temple, where he kept making signs to them, but remains unable to speak. When his time of service was completed, he returned home. And after this, his wife Elizabeth became pregnant, and for 5 months remained in seclusion. "The Lord has done this for me," she said. "In these days he has shown his favor and taken away my disgrace among the people." When it was time for Elizabeth to have her baby, she gave birth to a son, and her neighbors and relatives heard that the Lord had shown her great mercy, and they shared her joy. Let's pray. Father God, we worship the fact that you are a God of details. That you work in ways that we do not understand. And we thank you that we can see in this passage some of the details that you have brought together. You have a faithful servant of the Lord doing his duty in the temple. And he encounters the angel Gabriel with a great message of hope for him in the future. His wife, advanced in years, bears a son and is able to stand up to the discrimination of her peers that she had to encounter prior to that. Father God, the son that was born goes on to set the stage for the greatest chapter in human history. You have this couple that was just faithfully honoring you and worshiping you. No clue what you had in store for their lives. These were not the best of the best people. These were just humble servants. And Father God, as we go through this time of Advent, we may look around and see that there are those that may be in a slightly better situation than we are, that may be more gifted than we are, that may be more suited to service than we are. But God, that's when you turn the cards and you act in ways that are totally unexpected. So as we go through this season, Father God, I just pray that as we walk through our daily lives, that you give us the ability to see where you might be nudging and prodding, how you can use us in our simple daily lives to affect the changes that may have eternal consequences for someone around us. And all these things that we pray in the name of your Son, Jesus. Amen.
It's a real treat to have John the Baptist join us this first Sunday in Advent. Because you may not have recognized it, but John the Baptist is the forgotten character in the story of Christmas. John the Baptist and his parents, Zechariah and Elizabeth, these ones that are told about, that we've heard about, both in the Advent reading this morning that Andrea and Adeline shared with us. We heard about how the angel Gabriel comes and speaks about John the Baptist and his birth to Zechariah. And then we hear, because of his unbelief, that Zechariah was smitten with speechlessness until he saw his son, John, born, and was able to then tell the story about all that God had done for him. John the Baptist and his parents, Zechariah and Elizabeth, all together the forgotten characters of the story. Because we often do not remember that there were 2 babies born at the beginning of Luke. And John the Baptist was the first.